Hi, my friends. I'm back. Yay! I made it. It was such a long trip back. I felt like it was taking forever, but I made it back last night and I got a good night's sleep and I feel great this morning. So, hoping that I don't have jet lag like last time. I think I did good in the conversion time. I actually slept almost the whole time on the plane, which is crazy, right? I think it's just mentally, you're just worn out from everything you've done and saw. So, oh, I may or may not have paintbrushes. Oh, I do. And I do have some. Um, yeah, I think I have enough. Anyways, I received my new product yesterday. No, Saturday. So I'm like, what day is it? Hello, it's Monday, right? Happy Monday, guys. I am so grateful to be here, and I have so many stories to tell you. And we had such a successful trip. Oh my goodness. So heartwarming and life-changing, and whew, I don't know if I'll do it again. I may not be able to do it again. But anyways, how is everybody? Just say hello when you're hopping on, or say or put hashtag replay if you're watching the replay, and I'm going to share a little bit with you, but I'm going to save most of it for our chalkathon. So I will be doing a chalkathon. I still need to get with Sue and see if she is available a Saturday or Sunday. If she's not, that's okay. I'll just figure it out. I'll just get everything set up and I'll just put it on tables, and I'll just have to take one project at a time and take breaks in between each project, not breaks, but like walk and grab the next project. So it will be fine. However it works out, it will work out. So we will be doing a chalkathon. I'll look and see if she has a weekend available. If not, I'll just pick one. It will be this month for sure, because this is the last month to submit donations to Watts of Love for this calendar year. And I want to go out really good. I want us to have a good total, and they deserve so much. We really need money. We need more money. There's so much more work to be done. I don't know if you understand. There's so many families that don't have lights still, that need them. And the testimonies from the people that got their lights, it just is life-changing, guys. It honestly is. So, anyways, let me just go ahead and share this over to VIP. I see a couple of comments. I know that since I've not been on here for a few days, that it's going to take a little bit to get it started. Facebook doesn't like it when you take a break, but guess what? Sometimes you got to, right? So I'm just so happy to be back. Oh my goodness, to have my feet on the ground and not have any more flights ahead of me. Just drug on forever. My last one was delayed a little bit. So, anyways, I'm home. I slept good. I got a few things done last night, and I'm looking at okay, let's share to VIP group. I have all my transfers. So I got the new release. I got my order already, and I guess I'm just lucky. I'm not sure. Actually, I did do quicker shipping. So, because I wanted to have it here when I got back. Where is my VIP? There it is. It's hiding from me. I haven't used it for a while. There we go. Okay, let me open this up so I can continue to see that I am live, and we will get started. So let me see here. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Hi, Sarah. Thank you so much. Hi, Holly. Thanks. Hi, Tony. Good morning, Sherry. Oh my goodness. Just crazy things happening over in Malawi. I'm so excited about everything. It's just unbelievable, the work that's been done already, and just the short time that they've been there. And even remember last year, a year ago or so, Hurricane Freddie came through and wiped out villages, and some of the people were hanging from trees for a week, and they got lights right away. So Nancy went down there right away, gave them lights, and they are starting to get their homes back. One guy actually has a business already. I just have such great stories to tell you, and things to share, that it's just if you ever get a chance to go, you should go. You do not have to go with Chocatour. In fact, Chocatour will not be sponsoring any designers anymore. It's going to be different. You're going to be able to go. You just have to fundraise and pay for your airfare and all of that. So you can go if you want. It's not the same as it was before. Things have changed. Financially, things have changed for them, and things have changed as far as being able to qualify. So, all right, let's get started, guys. Hi, Jenny. Thank you. Hi, Lori. Thanks so much. I am so happy to be home. Let me put myself in the corner. I'm feeling good. And yeah, I still kind of feel like I'm on the airplane. I have to admit, I feel a little nauseous right now, like I'm still on the airplane moving. So let's just hope we can get through this. I will apologize if I have to hurry and end it and run and throw up. Okay, I'm just a little bit nauseous, but after being on an airplane for, I don't know, this last one I think was 28 hours. It was a lot. It was a lot. So let's just get started. Let me show you all the things, and I'm going to try to focus on this and not on that. Okay. So I'm feeling good. Got a good night's sleep. Slept on the plane a lot. I did. Hi, Vicky. How are you? Did I say hi already? I may just say hi a dozen times. Hi, Darlene Barr. Good morning. I'm back, and I have my product. So I want to show you everything. Okay. So it's not necessarily going to be in order. It's just like what makes sense on the top here. Here is a tote bag. So these are kind of fun. I love the tote bags. You can dye them if you want to. So you can do it any color. It's a thick tote bag. Okay, so these are great for groceries. Hi, Denise. Thank you. Hi, Lynn Ritchie. These are a very thick tote bag. Okay, this is all my Chocator stuff. Okay, I'm going to show you everything that I got. So this is all the new stuff. Some of it they might have brought back, like a couple of things, or just might have changed. So I'm just going to make a pile over here. And then they have patches. So patches are good for different things, like for hats or to put on a bag. Let's see, I have square patches and oval patches. And these look like the sew-on type. These are not the iron-on type. We had iron-on ones before, and honestly, I feel like they didn't iron on as well as they should have. These look like the sew-on type, or you could get that fusible webbing. You know how they have that fusible webbing? So there's oval, and there are, I'll just show you. There's oval, and there's square. So there is a transfer in here that is really cute that has a lot of things for camping, and this would be perfect for backpack. Hi, Karen Ross. How are you? Hi, Janine. Thank you. Good morning, Billy. I'm just getting started with showing some of this stuff. I did mention I'm a little nauseous, so I hope I don't have to end it real quick. Okay, and the spiral notebook, they brought it back by itself. So that's great. I think I'll be getting some of those. I think they'll do good at my craft shows. And then look at this. So when I saw it, Krista and I were over in Africa, and we're like, oh my gosh, there's a launch. We didn't even know. No one told us. Hi, Tony. Did I say hi already? If you get more than one hi, just take it. So this is for the resin. And when we were in Africa, we're like, well, that would be too thick to go in books. But guess what? These are thin. It's thin. So I'm going to say that it's like 1/8 of an inch depth. So I think it's going to work. I need to try it. I've been talked into trying it. I will be trying these. I'll show you some of the things that go on those. So those are bookmarks. And then they made a small ink mat. Okay. This is great for, I just cut mine, but guess what? They made a small ink mat. This one is good for towels. It's good for a onesie. It probably would be good for a t-shirt because a lot of our t-shirts we use a size B transfer. So this basically is a size B transfer. It's 9 by 12. So it's just a little bit bigger. Not that you would put a bread thing on your shirt, but you might put it on a towel. That would be really cute on a towel. Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit bigger than a size B. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Hey, Cheryl. Oh my gosh, my dogs were just freaking out. They just were beside themselves. Just wiggling all over the place and jumping on me. Hi, Kat. How are you? Okay, so let's go through all the transfers. I had no clue that they were doing a new release. Oh, color of the month. Okay, it's a gorgeous green shimmer ink. It's called Ever After. Okay, I'll open that and I'll put it away. So, hey, Lori, how are you? Good morning. I'm just showing the new release. This is the summer release. And this is color of the month. Okay, so this is ink. And it is gorgeous. whenever you open it, I just kind of scrape it off. Sometimes if you want to get one of your little scrapers, your little squeegees, so you get every single bit off, you can. I usually waste a little bit, just tossing that in there. But look at this color, it's shimmer. So we'll use this along with some of our other shimmers. Okay, I'm going to put that in. It will go great with Dream Car. Okay, so that's going in my drawer. All right, let's look at these. Let's go in a little bit closer for the size A. Okay, I love the pineapple one. A long time ago, they had a pineapple one. Anybody remember that one? So it says, be a pineapple, stand tall, wear a crown, and be sweet on the inside. Okay, that's cute. That would be cute on a desk to remind customers to be nice. Okay, so these would go on little tags. Maybe if you're doing a cookout, it says, don't worry, salty but sweet, burnt out but optimistic, just roll with it. It has a little cinnamon roll. And then, isn't this funny? If only sarcasm burned calories. That would be cute on, big like that on your fridge as a magnet. I think that would be really cute. So let's see. It says genuine, 100% original, and then you put your name, the date, description, one of a kind, handmade with love. So I think that this would be like on the back of something, like you would make tags to go onto things that you've created. Is that what you guys are thinking? Color of the month. How is it compared to Scout? It is bright. So let me look. Let me see. Scout is right here. Okay, so here's Scout. Okay, Scout is dark. Color of the month is more like meadow, with a shimmer in it. Okay, so Scout is Scout with shimmer in it. So yeah, so that's the comparison right there. It's bright. It's gonna be bright. Quilt label, perfect, Jenny. Quilt label, that is perfect. A quilt label. I think that'd be great. So, hi Sandy, how are you? Hey Bridget, good morning. Okay, and then this is just a cute La Doce Vita. I have no idea what that is, but I think it says coffee something. Anybody know? I think it's like coffee with milk, something like that. But speaking of coffee, we had coffee over there almost every day. Yep. Home blend coffee. I think this is really cute. I kind of wish it was huge, but it's cute like this. It says premium coffee, fresh roasted and packed by coffee and tea specialists. 100% pure whole bean, always good. So, okay. And then this will be cute on a towel. A party without cake is just a meeting. Okay. Julia Child. And then slightly bitter. That's cute. I'm thinking of lots of kitchen things. Okay, this is really cool, and I have a friend who does pickleballing, and I'm sure that I'm going to be making her a sign, whatever sign I make. It says always pickleballin'. See you in the kitchen. Okay, so I don't know why it says see you in the kitchen. Why does it say see you in the kitchen? I'm not sure. Don't know what that part means, but I know she plays pickleball all the time. And then this is cute. I imagine that they could bring this back in a size C, and this would be a great size C one. So this is a little Hawaiian type paradise. And then this is called stained glass, and it's hydrangeas. It's hard to see it, but it would take a long time to color it in, but I imagine it colored in, and it's gorgeous. Okay, and then summertime. So this is a watermelon. I'm going to be doing a lot of cutouts. Like, I just want to do this little cutout. And I think that's cute. Summertime. And then here's a sardine can. And it says, down here it says, we're all in this together. How funny is that? Thank you, Marilyn. I had a great time. It was just unbelievable, guys. So many people were blessed. We did follow-ups. We did a lot of follow-ups. I have so many stories to tell. And I did have one thing scary happen to me. So that may make me rethink about ever going back. And it was an allergic reaction that I had. So anyways, I did the night before we left, I had an anaphylactic reaction and almost had to go to their local hospital. Very, very close to, they had to call in a doctor. I'll tell you the whole story later, but I survived. We prayed it out. Honestly, I was prayed over by people. And if you've ever been prayed over and had the laying on of hands with prayer, it's quite a feeling. And yes, I definitely know that God was watching over us for sure. Hi Julie, how are you? Denise, maybe a pickle ball and cannon pickles with. Okay, yeah, maybe that would be the thing. I love this. This is going to be so cute for the kitchen. I imagine it in like blues, like country blues. I don't know. And this cutout, we're going to be doing a bunch of cutouts. And then here's some polka dots. Who doesn't love polka dots? They're great. And then for a dad or hubby or son, I'm not old. I'm a classic. I love this truck. And you know what? This truck can be used on other things. Okay, you could put your own saying in there. We have font. If you wanted to do your own little thing, you certainly could, and just use this. You don't even have to use the border. You could do your own thing with that. And then this is great, different beach things. You could do this all in one color on a beach bag, or you could pick off one thing and put it on. You could do cute little invitations for a beach party. You could cut these out and use these for party favors. You could stick them into different things into cupcakes. You could decorate with some of these small things. And I love this. Campfire Tales every Saturday, songs and stories at sundown. Free s'mores. Isn't this cute? Okay, so there will be cutouts for this. I'm looking at things and going, cutouts, oh my gosh. Because I love that. You don't have to. You can do it just plain, straight on stuff. But I love it. And my favorite workout, oh my gosh. Is this funny or what? I have a lot of friends that love their wine. And I think that this would be a cute t-shirt. I think this would be a cute little sign to put somewhere where they're like their little wine area. Okay, hide and seek world champion, undefeated. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of people that are really into Bigfoot / Sasquatch. I actually have a vendor that we do magnets for at a gift shop. And I'm thinking I'm going to show her a sign and maybe do some signs to sell at her gift shop. She's up in Oregon. And we do them like every couple of months. We'll do hundreds for her. But isn't this funny? I just love that. So cute, guys. Okay, grill and meat softly with his tongs. Perfect. You don't even have to do that. You could just do grill and meat softly. You don't have to put his, because maybe it's a her. There's not always a man in the family. So I just think that's funny. Or you could use this in combination with something else. I think this is going to be great on an apron. I love that. Hi, Deb. How are you? I'm back. So let's see. What does this say? I didn't even read through everything. The appearance of the island when I came on deck next morning was altogether changed, although the breeze had now utterly ceased. Okay, so this is out of a book. Anybody know what? Let's see. Oh, Treasure Island. Okay, so Treasure Island. So you could do this in the background. Like you could do a background and do this like in a light color and do the tree in front of it. That's perfect. I love that. Okay, this is rulers, and it's like tape measures, rulers, whatever you want to call it. I think it's great. It says vintage ruler pattern. I saw this on an apron that they made, and it looked fantastic. Okay, we are family reunion. I think that's great, and so for the older people and the little kiddos. Great on t-shirts. You could do all the t-shirts for a family reunion. Okay, may contain alcohol. Caution, may contain alcohol. I know a few people like that. All right, what's next? So I'm just showing you all these. We will do a project at the end. I'll show you the project. So floral melody. Okay, I'm not sure what I'll do with this, but these are all these floral patterns. I think for coasters, which I need to do soon. And then look at this, catch and release, Fish more, stress less. I love this. This is fantastic. I have a lot of fishermen that shop in my booth with their wives, and this would be perfect. So I can see it, and my husband too, but he doesn't release. He's not a catch and release guy. When they bring things in from the ocean, pretty much they bring it down, they bring it up from down below. The fish's bellies kind of explode. A lot of them, you can't throw them back. So, okay, bee pattern. I love this. Even busy bees smell the roses. How funny. I love that. Yes, it's true. Bumble and Company Bee Farm. Local honey made by nature. Lots of bee stuff here. And the honeycomb. I love that buzz. That will be good on little blocks. So we'll make some little Scrabble blocks with that. And then this is perfect for a cutting board. And you could just chalk it in charcoal or gray or black. This kitchen collection, the kitchen collection beef cuts. And then it just shows you where all the different things come from. All right, what's next, guys? Upside down. Meet me where the sky touches the sea. I love that. So they did a lot more summery things because it is a summer collection. I think this is great. It has some hibiscus. I think that's what those are. And then coconut drinks and some palm trees. Silly goose on the loose. Okay. I don't know what I'll do with this one, but I think it's kind of cute. Good morning, Nikki. How are you? Nikki's over on YouTube. I didn't get a lot of my things uploaded to YouTube. I'll go back and try to do the ones that I didn't get over there. I didn't have Wi-Fi most of the time. Sometimes we didn't have any electricity, but it was the best trip. It was so much better than the last one. Just different. So different. Fresh lemons, finest quality, tree ripened lemons, 100% natural. Yay! I love lemons. I have so many people that ask me, are you doing more lemons this year? Yes, we are. Okay, and here's a whole bunch of sea things, shells and seahorse, some coral, a crab, a bunch of starfish, a bunch of different things to use. And then here's a little beach scene. It says, seize the day. How fun is that? So this would be cute on the notebook. I think this would be really cute on the little notebook. Give me some ideas. If you see things, tell me what you think you would do with that. This will be great on a charcuterie board. I think that this is kind of fun. What is the name of this one? Where's the name? Oh, there it is. It is charcuterie. Ha! Okay, well, I was smart, huh? Cheese, crackers, nuts, cheese, fruit, honey, meat, crackers, olives. I think this is cute, although most people use a much bigger charcuterie board. But I think this would be cute right next to like a large platter. And then here are those patches that I told you about. So we have the fabric patches that you can use with this. These are camping type ones, outdoors type ones, never lost, always exploring. Professional bear hugs. I think that's great. Okay. General store. Come on in. We're open. I think this is fun. That's a fun one. And we go together like wine and cheese. Cheese, wine, and a friend must be old to be good. Oh, that's funny. Cheese, wine, and a friend must be old to be good. Okay. And then charcuterie, a fancy a fancy French term for an adult snack plate. Isn't that the truth? So these will be really good on towels or on a little sign for your kitchen. Lots of fun things. This is nautical type rope. So is that what it's called? Nautical knots. Yeah, I did have a great time. Oh, you're home relaxing. Okay. Are you feeling okay? How's your knee doing? I know it's been such a problem for you. This one is so cute, guys. I love this. Isn't this just the cutest thing? The fireflies. I saw this down on a pillow and it's adorable. And then there's your little fairy with the jar. Super cute. And then here, let's see, what do we do with these? These are like quilt patterns. What does it say? At the bottom, let's see, terrific tile patterns. Okay, so it'll go on something. I'm not sure what. Maybe on the coasters. Maybe they have something else like a maybe something else is coming, like a big tile. That would be really fun. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to put that on. I do know we're gonna do this one today. So we're gonna do melon patch, pick your own. And here's the watermelon, sorbet, seedless, icebox, 75 cents. I wish they were 75 cents, but we're gonna do this one. Hi Laura, how are you? Hi Sarah. I'm glad I'm back too. It was a long trip. When I was adding up the hours, we were on the plane about 45 hours total in the past 9 days. That's a lot of traveling. That's a lot of time zones that you go through. I love patterns. I do lots of things with patterns. So these are great. And then this is wonderful for a pillow. I saw this done up and it is gorgeous. Fancy floral patterns. And then this one here, this is what you would use the new color of the month with. Hi, Christy. How are you? Oh, you're recovering from shoulder surgery. I'm glad you caught me too. I just got back from Africa last night. So I'm glad that you're here. These will be great. What other colors do we have that are shimmer? I'm just forgetting. I'm like, oh, purple. Oops. Isn't there another pink one? I don't know, because I gave some away. Honestly, I gave some of my pink ones away. See, this will be good too, Coral. So there's a lot of ones that we could use. One of my friends needed ink desperately, and I just went through all my ink and just gave her things. So we might have another ink color that I could have used. But isn't this great? I love this. And it would be nice to frame it too, and maybe put aloha across it. It doesn't just have to be for a pillow. Yeah, these are all the new ones. So go back and watch the replay for sure. Okay. Well, Christy, I hope that your shoulder's doing better. I'm sorry. Sorry you had to go through that. And somehow I missed the transfers for these. Where were they? I thought there were transfers that went with that. Maybe that was something that I just totally missed. Where were they? I'm gonna look back through. I know that I got all this. I got them all. These are all the new ones. Did you see them and I just missed it? Was it one that I said I don't know what I'll do with this? Huh. Okay. I'm gonna have to go back through. Maybe I'm missing something. I could be missing the stencils for those somewhere. Hi Sandy. Hi Stephanie. Okay, I'm just gonna toss those over there. Bookmark size A. Oh, did I miss it? I think I missed it. Either maybe I didn't get. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I skipped through it. I'll look and see. Anyways. And then a free thing. So when you order and you order a certain amount, I think it was $60. Oh, you guys, guess what? I ordered while I was on the safari. So is that crazy? We were on a safari and I was able to place my order while we were out in the bush looking at elephants. I had Wi-Fi on the safari. So I just placed my order. Let me look and see what the amount is. It's a freebie. Okay, so you're going to get the cutouts and you're going to get the stencil, and it is, where is it? Hello. I think it's, why can't I see it? Okay, I'm looking at my stuff. It's going through it slowly. Oh, and you can become a designer for $10 this month. That's a good thing. Why is it not going to it? Okay. Well, it'll get to it eventually. I think it is $60. I think it's you spend $60 and you get this free. So anyways, it's cute little flowers and cutouts and the little stencil there. And it says, be kind. I love that. Okay, we're going to make a project. Okay, I'll have to go back through the size A. I must have missed it. Maybe I just was looking over it. Now I'm curious. Okay, let me bring in what I'm going to do. We're going to do this. And we're going to do it on my favorite surface. Right here. Let me show you how big this is. I'm going to go smaller. Let's go smaller. And I have the cutouts, so I'm going to do cutouts on it. But you don't have to. You could just chalk right on here. But for me to put it in there easily, it's going to... for me to Do it like they did it, easily. Cutouts are going to be the best thing. Okay, so I'm looking for the, oh gosh, guys, I'm missing the bookmark one. I'll have to let them know. I did not see my transfer for that. So I'm missing that. That was missing from my order. There's actually two of them. There's two, and I'm just going to add them to my cart right now, and I'll let them know that I'm missing it. Isn't that funny? Okay, well, you know, sometimes that happens. If you're missing anything, just let them know. You can chat with them. Chat is the best way. Okay, so I'm going to show you how this goes. These are going to go right up like this. There is a circle for this part, and then patch. So I have the little flower thing here, and then this. So we're going to paint this part first. I did this layered for a purpose because I thought that it would look good dimensional. So yeah, so I am missing those things. That's so funny. Oh well, it's okay. Maybe I just skipped through it. Maybe they stuck together. Maybe they're in the box still. But I am missing the bookmark ones. Okay, so let's move this whole thing. Let's get our stuff painted first. And I'm going to do it like Chalk did theirs. Okay, so because I like it. Sometimes I look at things and I go, okay, I just really love the way that they did that. I'm going to try to do it similar, but different. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll base coat these all in white. So we'll be chalking Melon Patch. We'll just base coat it in white. We'll be chalking the 75 cents. We'll base coat that in white. These will base coat, but then we'll paint. Okay, so let's bring our board up and let's do a little bit of painting. Do I just need one? Maybe I just need a small board. I'm not sure. Anyways, whew, it was such a wonderful trip, guys. I just can't even tell you. The people over there are just so different. Okay, so you know, you help people here in the States and they're grateful, but you help people over in Africa and it's life changing for them. You have changed their life forever, and it just feels so good. It feels so good to be able to do that. Okay, these things, what I'll do is I'll base coat them, but I'm going to take them off of here afterwards, and I'm probably going to just be turning it to paint. And this is just white. Okay, so everything's white to begin with, I think. Maybe not. I'm wondering if I should. Yeah, I'm going to do everything white first, and then I'll paint over it. So I'll get at least one coat on there. Tara will be very happy to have me back. Okay, Stephanie. Thank you, Stephanie. I just added them to my cart, and I will get with Chalk Couture. Yeah, they were missing. Maybe they weren't supposed to be in the. Maybe they weren't included in the pack. I don't know. But maybe they just stuck together. You know, it's so crazy. Okay, let's get everything white. Yeah, Tara was very busy. You guys kept her very busy while I was gone. And also all the orders on Etsy, actually, wedding orders like ramped up. Poor thing. She's probably going to, it wouldn't surprise me if she took today off, even though today is Monday. So she had a couple of days to recoup. And me, you know, I slept so much that I'm hoping that that helped my jet lag so that I won't have as hard of a time as last time. Last time I had to take several naps throughout the day because I just, you know, I just was not feeling good. This time I'm feeling really good. I slept tons. On the way there, Krista and I, and some of you know Krista Mahan, she is from Chalk Couture. There was only 2 of us from Chalk Couture that went. So here was our group. There were 8 total on the Watts of Love travel team this time. That's kind of small. 8 total people. Okay, so Nancy Economou, and she is the founder, and then her husband Steve. So he is Steve Miller. He is her new husband. They got married about 2 years ago, and he is fantastic. And he is such a support for her. It's just amazing. And his son, so Nancy's stepson, David, came, and it was his first trip. So it was really a new thing for him. And he has 2 little girls. And that was just, it was really great. I have some funny stories about David for you, but not today. I'm going to be sharing a ton of stories. I'm going to write down things. We're going to share a lot of that during the Chalkathon. So we will be doing Chalkathon. I just got to kind of get with Sue and see if she's available. If she's not, then I'll just set the date. But it was just amazing. And then the other people, so Krista Mahon was the other Chalkator person. No corporate people. I'm just going over this to just kind of get it even. No corporate staff from Chalkator, just Krista and I. And then there was a board member. Mary Kay was her name. And not from the Mary Kay Cosmetics, but Mary Kay. So she has been on many trips. She's been on 9 trips. And she's been to Malawi 5 times now. So she was very knowledgeable. And then Stephanie, and she's been on 2 trips. So, and that was her second time back to Malawi. So it went really good. Okay, let's dry this, and then we'll take off the things that we don't need. Your Etsy order is out for delivery. Yay! I'm so happy. So all of the, I test cut all of the ornaments, got the sample, posted, but I didn't have time to do a video or anything like that. Any Christmas orders will go out today. And then I have a couple of add-ons that I'm going to be putting in there. So I'll be posting the add-ons. I have some painting to do today. I have lots of paperwork from my bookkeeping job. Lots and lots of things going on today. But, so there were 8 of us, and the first night that we got there, we stayed at a little hotel, and what they consider a hotel is not what we consider a hotel. Not at all. It's more like, okay, if there's a rating on things, then this would be like the lowest rating, because there were bugs. It was gross. The shower was gross. But you know what? You're in Africa and you're just like, I'm just soaking it all up. It is what it is. And then the second day we drove a long ways and we got to the convent. And Sister Elizabeth was our contact there, the head nun that was in charge of the Watts of Love lighthouse. So a lighthouse means that Nancy has a trained group over there that will distribute 20,000 lights over a 5-year period of time. I think it might even be a 4-year period of time. I think it's a 4-year period of time. Okay. Melon patch. Okay. And then this just is white also. So these I need to start painting. And I think it's going to be easier for me to paint them with them off of here. So anyways, the second day we went to the convent, and there were times when we didn't have electricity. For the most part, we didn't have Wi-Fi a lot of the time. So that's why I didn't go live at all over there. I took a lot of pictures. I did a lot of videos. I have a lot to share with you guys, but that's all. I'm really saving it. I'm saving most of that. So the only scary time, like I said, was the night before we left. I had an anaphylactic reaction to something. We think it was triggered by when we were riding in the Jeep through the safari area, and an elephant basically was right in front of us, 5 feet in front of us, and he was eating sage. And I'm severely allergic to sage, and so just that getting that in the air was pretty bad. So I had to take my inhaler when we were on the safari. And then that night I continued to have issues, and my throat swelled a lot, guys. Okay. So much that they had to call in a doctor, and it was touch and go for a few minutes as I struggled to swallow the pills because my throat was so swollen, and we had Epi sitting right next to me waiting to inject. So it was touch and go for a little bit. The doctor came in, took my vitals. My vitals were still strong. High. My blood pressure was pretty high. My heart rate was pretty high. I'm just going to color this in with, I'm using, for this one, it's New New leaf. Okay. So my vitals were higher than normal, but they were strong. Okay. So they hadn't plummeted or anything like that. And I didn't panic. I told Nancy, I says, I'm going to just be slow breathing, not panicking, because when you panic, you've lost it. And that's at that point, when you panic, then your air way will swell completely. And the closest hospital was an hour and a half, and it was nighttime, and the roads are treacherous at night. So it wasn't even an option. It was not an option. So on this one, I'm kind of going to guess where the rind is, because I didn't do any line work. I'm just going to kind of put some, I watered this down, and I'm going to kind of put some along the edge. I might just only do new leaf. I have another green out that I could use. So anyways, we went back to our room, which our room is a little cabin type thing. And we did have air conditioning, and I was able to shower, get all of the pollen and stuff off of me. We weren't sure exactly what triggered it, but the first trigger was the sage. And I was given Benadryl to swallow, which I was luckily able to swallow. Struggled to swallow. I knew that my throat insides were touching each other. It was that swollen. It was a little scary. We made the decision to wait for the let me just keep doing this, for the medicine to kick in. We made that decision instead of injecting epi, which would have been the next step. As soon as you inject epi, you have to go to the hospital. So anyways, that was my fun time. It was a little scary. So therefore, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to go again, because the fact that I was so allergic to something. I'm going to just I think I want to color most of this in. So I'm just using my green, and I'm using an angle brush. And I'm grateful that I got past it. I had great support from the team and everyone praying for me. I had Nancy and Krista. We held hands and prayed. You know, they basically prayed over me to get through it. I was praying myself, not out loud because I couldn't really talk. But it was a scary thing. And then Krista was my nursemaid throughout the night. She set her timer on her phone, and she woke up every 4 hours to give me more Benadryl. So throughout the night, I kept getting more Benadryl. And by morning time, I was okay. My throat was severely, it hurt. It was very sore. I know that there were most likely hives inside my throat filled with fluid that popped. And that was the reason it was sore, was because all of the hives had popped. So yeah, so it was a little scary, guys. I'm not looking at comments yet. I'll look in a second. I'm trying to get a little bit lighter and a little bit darker in here to get a variation of the green. I think I'm just gonna stick with this one color. Okay, and then we'll be doing the reds. So anyways, I'm not afraid to die. I've told you guys that many times. I don't want to die right now, but I'm not afraid to die. I know there's a life hereafter, and I know if God wants me, he'll take me right now. So evidently it wasn't my time. I still have a lot of good to do, but I may be thinking more about I may just be a person on the ground doing fundraising rather than in the bush delivering the lights. So it really surprised me, because when we were delivering, there were many times that we had to sit or stand in the grass areas, which I'm severely allergic to grass. I was taking my Allegra, but Allegra isn't the same as Benadryl. Benadryl is your rescue medicine. So anyways, okay, now I'm going to kind of try to do some things in here. We're going to be chalking this in black. Okay, so when we're all done, we're going to chalk the design in black. And let me look and see some comments. We did not tell my husband till I got home. So they asked if I wanted them to call, but it would have been during the middle of the night, and I didn't want him to panic. I told him on the drive home, and I know he was concerned. So it will kind of be one of those things that, do I go? Because I'm a liability now. If this happened one time, it could happen again, and it could mean that they have to stop what they're doing to focus on me. And that's what happened that night, is that all of a sudden dinner stopped. Nobody did anything except for help me. So yeah, I'm glad I'm okay too. It was scary, guys. You just don't know. I mean, when people are deprived of oxygen, their brain dies. And that's what happens on a lot of people with bee stings, or they eat something at a restaurant. People die from that all the time, from having the wrong thing. They give them nuts. It happens. It happens often. Okay, let's dry all this, and then I think it's gonna look great. So I wanted there to be some lighter and darker in my little watermelon. I'll dry it, and then we'll do the watermelon color. But I will have to say, thank you, Lori. Thanks, Nikki. Hi, Doris, my sister. I can't get all the rest of my comments. It said an error occurred. Let me go over here to my page and see if I can do it that way. Let me go back. I was on my chocolate tour page looking at. Okay, so I'm gonna have to check comments that way. Okay, let me see. And they don't update really fast. Anyways, guys, it's super scary when things like that happen to you. When you have an allergic reaction, that was my worst that I've had my entire life. And if I was home, I would have went by ambulance. But I wasn't home, and the ambulance had to come from an hour and a half away. And then you have to go an hour and a half to the hospital. So they do have staff right there. They have medical staff available right at the safari park that did a great job, and they actually left the blood pressure machine and the oximeter there for me so I could continue to check and monitor. And by morning time, everything was back to normal. But my blood pressure was usually like 120 over 80, and it was 148 over 113, which isn't extremely high. And then my heart rate was what they were really concerned about, because for them, I don't think that they usually see heart rates like mine. But my heart rate is usually in the 90s to begin with. And then it gets to be like 100 and 120, 125. They get a little concerned. So I'm glad I'm okay. I'm glad I recovered and did not have to go to the hospital, because we were heading for the airport the next day. The hospital actually was in the same city as the airport, so it wasn't too far away. But okay, so the colors I'm using for the watermelon, I'm going to use two colors. Like the center part, let's see, center should be darker, right? Maybe a little bit darker. Tuscan red, and then I chose wild berry. So I'm going to spray some water in here, and I'll get two brushes, and then we're gonna chalk all these. So I may or may not go back. It might be an issue that my husband says I don't want you to go back. So what did I just say? The center more red. Okay, so center more red, and then I'll do the wild berry. Okay. Yeah, we haven't really talked about it a lot. We were both tired last night. So my plane got in about a half an hour later than normal. I got home. It was probably 8:30-ish, maybe. And I needed to take a bath. I was like, I was tired. I'm like, oops, I did not do a good job. You guys, don't do like I did. That was supposed to be centered. It's okay. It's a watermelon, Hey, it is what it is, right? We're not going to worry. I'm going to kind of blend it together. So yeah, it's kind of funny when things like that happen, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm in a foreign country. And we actually toured the hospital. So I have pictures of the hospital. We went to a hospital that was on the convent's property, basically, where I think that maybe it's was funded by them or it's ran by them. I don't know the whole story, but it's right there. And we were able to tour the facility and see the beds of that hospital. That was not the one that I would be taken to. And they're not nice. They don't even have waiting area for the family. So a lady had just given birth, and she had placenta previa, and the baby died. We actually were standing. The head nurse was giving us a tour, and we were standing in the NICU, which would be considered the NICU, and it's really not. Anyways, and the baby was in there in a blanket, and the family was outside. The mama was still critical because she was losing blood, so she was still critical. But the family was outside sitting in the dirt waiting to see what they needed to do, if the mom was going to survive. They knew the baby had passed. It just was just such a sad thing. Okay, so that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to kind of blend that together, and then we're going to chalk it. We're going to chalk this, and it will be fantastic. However it turns out is how it's going to turn out. So I'm not always that great the day after I get back from a long trip. So you went through it with your daughter. Definitely scary. Yes, it is very scary to go through all of that stuff. Okay, let me dry this, and then we are done. This is going to be layered on top of here. So these, we're going to chalk everything. Chalk these black, and then the words are going to be red, and then this will be chalked black, so 75 cents will show, and then we'll chalk, some things will be chalked onto the sign. So let's dry this, and let's keep going. So thanks, Pam. How are you? I showed all of the new stuff, so you can go back and watch the replay, guys, if you didn't get to see it. I am back. I'm happy to be back, happy to have my feet on the ground. You know, it's so different, and I tell you, the trip back, it was harder because I was squished by people. I was a window seat, but still there were two people there, and so it's hard to get up and go to the bathroom. And the one flight was 13 hours, so of course you have to get up and go several times. Okay, let's move all this. Let's bring in the stencil and the board. Okay, so here's our board. Oh, I think I need to do the board part last. Let's do that last. Okay, so this is what we're making, guys. This is what we're making. How sad for the baby. Yeah, I don't know if the mama made it or not, because we had left. So yeah, it was really sad to be there. I really felt weird about being there. I felt like we were invading their privacy. Okay, I think what I need to do is I need to do the words first and then do this, because it kind of, there's an offset, so it's going to kind of overlap a little bit. So let me just try to get this in here. Maybe we'll just do melon first, and then we'll do patch. I don't know if I can line, maybe I can line it all up. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so this is going to be red. Yeah, it was pretty sad. So they do not have backup generators to have electricity when they lose power. And there were many days that we lost power when we got home from doing our distribution and our visits, because we would do distribution, and then Sister Elizabeth would say, oh, I want you to come and meet this family that received lights, and to listen to their testimony and see how they're doing. And we were out like all day long. There were times when they packed lunches for everybody. I just brought all my own little lunch with me, which was not it was not the best, but it was nutrition. But we just take everything for granted over here. So the hospital, their solar power does not work. So when they lose power, they have one generator that will help with certain things, but it's not enough to run the whole hospital. So when they lose power, potentially somebody could die, because they don't have power for the things that they need to do. Like if they're in the middle of a surgery and they lose power, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. So anyways, and they also have an AIDS clinic there. So they give out the AIDS medication to people with HIV. So they're able to do that. Like, I don't know. I think it's not like on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. I can't remember what she said, but they have a clinic there that is specific for that. And okay, so this is cherry. So we're going to do melon patch in red, and then we'll do this little circle in black. I just can't have that on there at the same time because there's an overlap. So Krista, who is the other Talkator person that went with this, she actually works for a solar company. Can you believe it? And she is going to see if Generac, I think that's the name of it, Generac, will donate solar panels for over there so that they can have, because they did have solar panels. They don't have water even. Okay, so their water is on solar. When there is no electricity, they don't have water either. So can you imagine in a hospital not having water? You know, you can do certain things by not candlelight, but battery operated lights. But can you imagine not even having water? That we had that situation. So if when we came home from our distribution, and if the power was off, then we wouldn't have water to flush the toilet. We wouldn't have water to take a shower, or it would just dribble really slowly. So it's not fun. You know, we take it for granted, guys. We are so spoiled. We are the most spoiled people ever. So I learned a lot, and I'm going to share so much with you guys, but I want to save some of it for when we do, and I'll repeat some of the things. When we do our Chalkathon to raise some money for Watts of Love, I'm going to share the stories and the pictures somehow. I will figure it out. Hopefully by then it will have uploaded to my cloud so I can share. All right. Okay, so there's that. Okay, we're going to do, this little circle is going to be in black. And then also, let me see if I can do the watermelon and all of that at the same time. All of this is black. If you want to do a different color, you totally can. So these are available. They are in my shop. All the little cutouts. I did do this layered because, so maybe we should do this part first and then we'll do the rest of that. I'm not sure which to do first. I'm like, which do I do first? Okay. I think I should do the bottom part first. Okay, I'll put these little guys up here and then we'll do that. So, hi Lucia. How are you? I'm just grateful to be home, you know. So we started in Lasange on Saturday, and we stopped in Congo, and they refueled, and then we headed on to Ethiopia, and we had a very short turnaround there, almost having to not really run for our gate, but to walk fast to our gate and go through security three more times. Okay. And then we stopped in Rome. And of course, you can't get out. Like, we couldn't get out at Congo. You're just sitting there waiting. They're refueling and people are getting on and off. And then we stopped in Rome, and then we had our long flight to Chicago. So that flight was 13 hours. Yep, from Ethiopia to Chicago, including the stop in Rome, was 13 hours. A long time. Okay, you can see everything. All right, so we're going to do black. We'll do black, and then we'll pull this up, and then we'll do this second part. I'm hoping that my shading is good. And then we'll have to lay it down onto the board, and we'll do these other things in black. Okay. And part of this curly thing, I just thought it was better the way, like that. Okay, let me find a stir stick. I just feel, I'm a little lost. My head's a little fuzzy from, okay, this is not quite centered. Let me just get it a little bit more. There we go. My head's still a little fuzzy because, I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot of flying, and your ears have to adjust. You know, they don't always pop right away. And just being around all the people. There's so many different languages being spoken around you. It's just really a whole different thing. Life-changing. But any of you can go on the trip. It's not just for Choctaw people. Watts of Love goes to many different places, and they're always very happy to have anyone that wants to go with them. I did not get any shots. I did not take any medications. Some people did. I'm allergic to the malaria medication. so I couldn't take that. I did ensure that I didn't get any bites by using a lot of bug spray, which could have been part of my problem with my allergic reaction, was too much bug spray. Okay, I can't wait to see this. This is going to be the best. Okay, so I'm excited to see this watermelon. You could do just the watermelon by itself on a sign. That would be really fun. I'm thinking that doing that and then these little words over it would be a lot of fun, or just the melon patch. You don't have to do this whole great big sign. Okay, I'm trying to get just right here. We'll peel it quickly and then we'll put the other one in there. So we're talking in black. If you don't want it to be so dark, you could use Storm. But I like the black. I like the contrast. Okay, then I'm scraping off all the excess. And then I'm going to peel. We're a-peeling. We're a-peeling. Maybe. Maybe. I'm like, come on, corner. I want to peel it up this way to easily get it out and not touch everything. Oh, so cute. It is very cute. Okay, so here's this. It turned out good. My coloring and everything is going to be perfect on it. You could change it if you want to. Trying to find a place for that. Like if you wanted to do the rind part a little different, you could probably even go back in and do some white. I might just touch up the white area a little bit because there's some green where I think it shouldn't be. Okay, don't move. It's trying to jump. Okay, so now I'm going to get this all lined up. Get this in here, get this up to the top, and try to line everything up. So, all right. Okay. There we go. Think we got it. I think we got it. Okay. Let me get all the air bubbles out. And then we'll do this all in black. And then we'll be doing on the board. And I am going to just barely touch it up with white. I will go back and do that. I'll get a small brush. Okay, so black on all of this. All my air bubbles out. So this is a new one. If you're just hopping on, this is one of the new transfers that just came out in the summer collection. Surprise! Krista and I had no idea there was a collection coming out. She saw a post by another designer and she's like, did you know? And I said, I had no clue. So anyways, surprise! Here's the summer collection. So when you're gone, you miss out on things like that. I was not able to be on Wi-Fi very often and keep it. Like I would get it for a few seconds and I'd be able to post something and then it was gone. So I did not post any pictures while I was gone. I did not post any stories. All those are to come because I want to share everything with you guys first. And I might post a few pictures, but I'm grateful to be home. There's no place like home, guys. No place like home. And being able to take a real bath because we did not have a bathtub. We had cold showers. I had warm water one time. So what we take for granted, you know, they just don't even think about it. They just don't even, because it is not the way their life is over there. Okay, this is gonna look so cute. I'm so excited. And I need to dry all these. So let me move this. Let's get all our things dried. Look at how cute that is. That watermelon is super cute. Okay, let's bring this in. Let's dry all of our stuff really good so I don't touch it and mess it up. Gonna move this because I'm done with it. All right, let me do this. Let's dry. I love watermelon. I love decorating with watermelon. It's lots of fun. So looking at things, you might go, there should be more highlights on this. It's okay. You can do yours however you want to. Honestly, there's no right or wrong. Everybody, if I did 3 of them, they would all be different. I don't think I could do all 3 the same exact painting. Okay, I'm going to grab a small paintbrush. I'm going to do a little bit of touch up with my white right in here where I feel like there should be a little more white. Okay, so I'll do that. That's the only thing I'm going to touch up. So I did post the, isn't it funny that our craft kit of the month is watermelon? Isn't it funny? I didn't even choose it on purpose, but it's kind of funny, kind of a coincidence. And then cute ornaments. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited about the ornaments this month, and I have some extras that I'll be posting. So last night I worked. I worked about 6 hours last night when I got home because I wanted to get back into my routine. I slept almost the entire time on the plane. On the 13-hour ride, my thing that shows the movies, whatever that is, didn't work. And I was able to listen to music, but it would go in and out. The sound would go in and out. So I decided, you know what? I am just going to sleep as much as I can. I'm going to rest my body, rest my mind, and hopefully that will help with jet lag. And every single flight, I slept probably 90% of the time. So I'm a really good sleeper on the airplane. And it doesn't matter what's going on around me. I can sleep right through it. I don't even hear it. I just don't even hear it. So my last flight, I got into Denver and I started feeling itchy from some type of reaction. So I immediately took Benadryl. So as soon as I got on the flight from there we go. That's much better. From Denver to San Diego, I slept the entire time. I hardly even woke up. As I was kind of groggy as we were going off to get our luggage. I was like, okay, darling, wake up. And then I walk outside and it was sprinkling, and that woke me up for sure. Okay, there's that. Okay, I think we're perfect. You're finally getting your April Club today. Hopefully no issues with your, oh, I hope not too. I hope you get all of your stuff. Okay. Dry. And then I'm going to bring in the board because there's some stuff we have to chalk on the board. Okay, so there's that. Perfect. We got all our pieces that we need to glue onto our sign. We're going to move all these to the side. If you want to, I'm kind of feeling like I want to ink the edges on those, guys. I'm kind of feeling it because I think it needs it. Okay, I'm going to put this up here. So we need to do the little curly Q. And I probably should clean that. I wonder if I might need to, there's like an area that I went over that I shouldn't have. I'm going to peel this off and we'll see what we need to do. Okay, so take your transfer and then it goes onto your sign. Don't worry about the chalk paste and all of that because it's going to be covered. You're going to have all your stuff on there. It should be fine. I'm like trying to drag it down into place. This is always the tricky part. Trying to drag it down into place. If you have a helper, that would be great. Okay, so I need to do this line. I need to do this. There's like a little curly Q right here. And I need to do this down here. So I'm going to do all of that in black. I might have got a few things in there. I might just dry brush. If I have any oopsies, I'm going to dry brush. Okay. So don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff, right, guys? We always know that. Okay. So this, and then this. Okay. And then we'll see. We'll probably have to peel at that point. We'll see. How quickly can I do it? How fast can Darlene chalk this? All right, there's that. Okay. I have some really cute pictures of some of the little kids. We danced and sang and did funny faces. They love seeing pictures of themselves. Okay, I think I can do the bottom. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for the bottom part. And see if I can just get it. Okay, let me get some of that off. Okay, I think I can peel it. I think we're good. And then if I have to touch anything up, I will. Okay, here we go. Here we go, guys. Okay, don't worry about the little things there. We'll lay down our watermelon. We'll see how it looks. If I need to dry brush anything, I will. Okay, I'm just kind of tossing this onto my backer sheet And then I'll watch that. You would wake everyone up if you slept on the plane without a CPAP. So, oh yeah. No, it's so loud. The engines are so loud on the plane. You would not hear the snoring. I promise you. The engines on those great big planes. Yeah, I did have my CPAP machine on the plane. I was able to use my battery. I did decide to get a battery. And I did find out that they have portable small CPAP machines because Steve, Nancy's husband, had a small portable machine that he brought. So there's other options besides just that. Okay, that looks great. That looks great. So yeah, his small CPAP machine's about that big. But I did take mine on the plane. I could have used it, but I chose not to. Somebody's horn's going off. Can you hear it? My neighbors. Okay, that's going to go there. And then this leaf goes here. Perfect. Okay, and then this goes like this. And then melon patch. Someone's car alarm's going off outside. Lovely. Okay, melon patch. Cute. What do you guys think? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. But I feel like I really want to ink the edges because that is my style. So let's grab our ink pad and let me do magical things with this. Just barely touching edges. We still want the white there. Okay. And I do need to, I'm going to ink the sides of this. Okay. So we're going to take everything off again. I wanted to make sure everything looked good. I'm just barely doing the edges. I'm not doing heavy. Like sometimes I'll do really heavy, but I'm just barely doing the edges so it'll blend a lot better. It'll be my style. It'll be what my customers like. Okay. So the little kids at the school, oh my goodness, guys, we went to a school that is on the convent premises there on the same grounds, and the nuns help at the school. And there's 1,000 girls in the girls' school. There's 1,000 boys in the boys' school. They do have a boarding school there right now. It's being renovated, so they didn't have kids that stayed there. But at times there's, I can't remember how many kids they said can stay there. 200, 300, I'll have to ask. But these little kids in all their uniforms, they were just adorable. And we got to shake their hands. And they sang songs for us. Excuse me. It just was pretty amazing. We got to interview a couple of the teenage girls. I'm going to be telling you all about that. It just, so much, guys. Okay, so let's get it all back on there again. I have such a dry cough, just from talking and breathing in the air. It just, oh my gosh, you know, all the air from the airplane, not a fun thing. I think this actually goes like that. Where did I put the other piece? I'm missing a piece. Can anyone see it? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Melon patch. Okay, Darlene, make sure you spell it correctly. Okay, yeah, I think that looks better with the inking on there. It's going to go a little bit higher. Perfect. If you want to do more, you can. When you get done today, can you please post the door insert for the watermelon? I could only find the combo set. Oh, I'll give you the link right now. The door insert. Yeah, I'll give you the link right this moment. Well, you know, sometimes I do weird things and I don't activate. So let me make sure that I want to make sure right now that I activated it. Insert only. Okay. And it shows active. Okay, I'm going to give you the link right here. I can even send it to you, Jenny. But let me just, I'll post it here. This is for the monthly kit. Okay. Let me give you the link for these cutouts too. Let me do that. So let me give you the link for these cutouts. They are in Farmhouse cutouts. Okay. So melon patch, there's a lot of pieces. It's $12.75 and then shipping. So combine it with whatever you're ordering. So here is for these cutouts right here. Paste. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Here we go. Let's do this. Let's glue everything together. Oh, guess what? This is like, because it's been a few days. Let me find my little rubber thing. So if your glue thing is hard to get open, take one of the rubber things that you open jars with and just use that. That will do it every time. And then get the goo off. All right. Yeah, I was like racing to get all of my videos done and get them to upload because they didn't want to upload. They didn't want to upload. And I couldn't upload ahead of time on YouTube. So whenever we got somewhere that there was a little bit of Wi-Fi, I tried to upload it, but they took hours to upload. So I still have some I need to add to YouTube because that is where they will live. Okay, so remember, the videos on Facebook now only stay for 30 days. So when you need something, like if you don't get around to making a project and it's more than 30 days, you're going to go to my YouTube channel and you're going to look there. And I believe you can search it. I think there's a search engine there that you can search for what you need, or you're just going to scroll through the list of all the videos. But yeah, since Facebook decided that we can only have our videos for 30 days now, I've always been uploading to YouTube, but when I'm on vacation and things auto post, they don't auto post onto YouTube because YouTube doesn't have the auto post function on my account that I have. It might be on others, but it's not on my account that I have. So, okay, last little pieces to put in place. Getting a lot of glue on there so it'll stay. And then I'll read comments. This is going to be so cute. I can't wait to take it to my craft show. How fun. Put it in my little watermelon section. Okay. Gonna just kind of wiggle it into place. So I'm lining it up with the lines here. I can see where it goes. Okay. Gonna tilt it just a little bit more. And then this goes right here. And I'm gonna check. Yep. Perfect. Okay. And then I'll put sawtooth hangers on the back. All right, so there's that. There. Perfect. Let me just press down. Let me make sure everything is, I'm looking at my camera, straightening things out a little bit if they're a little bit off. Okay. I think it looks good, guys. What do you guys think? I think it's good. You haven't painted your ladybug kit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you'd have to go back. Are your older videos? Yes. From about 2 years ago. So it goes back about 2 years. If it's before that, then it's just gone. Let me give you the YouTube link right now. So you guys can go to that if you need to. I'll try to post that on the page too, because I know sometimes it's hard to go back through here. There's a YouTube link. So, yeah, YouTube, I have, I think like 600 or 700 videos on there, something like that. Let me look and see. And I can kind of tell you how far back it goes. There I am. There's my account. Videos. Oh, it doesn't give me how many, but there's a lot. There's a lot. So anyways, 798 videos. So it goes back about 2 years and a month about. Yeah. Okay. So that's where you're going to find those videos. Other than that, they're just gone because Facebook just deleted them. And you know what? A lot of them are old and you don't really, the old stuff you may not need. Okay. I think we're done, guys. I love it. It's so cute. It is super cute. Okay, let me put you up to myself. And we're done. I'll hold it up. I'll have to lay it back down to let it dry all the way. But look at how sweet this is. Melon patch. Pick your own. I love it. It's cute. Goes with all of our watermelon stuff that we're making. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, guys. Hope you have a fantastic Monday. I know mine's going to be busy. I'll be printing out all my paperwork from my bookkeeping job. It's usually about 2 reams of paper thick. But it will be fine. It usually takes me about 3 days to catch up after being gone for a week. It's not horrible. All right. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. This was a lot of fun. Hope you have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.